Hey guys, today I'll be doing a review of the Rival RHG-10 headgear. This is Rival's probably best or most protective and most expensive headgear aside from any of their face saver headgears because they use this D3O technology here. I was actually lucky enough to get this headgear at a discounted price actually at the Rival store in Vegas. Because I had a little bit of discoloration, but not a big deal when you're using it to spar. So as you can see, it's a really nice looking headgear. I got it in the white color scheme, white with black, and the Rival logo. I know it comes in several other colors like gray, red, blue, etc. I do like the fact that it is an open face headgear. I've never been a big fan of the face savers just because vision is usually impaired quite a bit with face savers. So you end up eating a lot more shots compared to a open face headgear. So I'm just going to take this thing off, just kind of give you kind of overall brief of this headgear. As you can see, it uses an all leather construction, and the frontal part of the headgear, right here where the cheeks are at and the side of the temple, as well as the forehead, is where the D3O technology comes into play. And basically the D3O, without getting too far into it, is kind of a dense material that's supposed to disperse the shock of getting punched. So when you get punched, you still feel the actual force of the punch, but it disperses rather than it kind of having that piercing feeling. So I personally think you still feel the punch that you would with any typical headgear, but it kind of lessens the actual, I don't even know what the right word is maybe like the actual, the vibration. So basically your face doesn't feel as sore afterwards, after doing several rounds of sparring, as it would if you had a headgear that didn't have that technology. And again, obviously you still feel the punches. So for those of you thinking that the D3O is this end all of feeling the punches come in, it's not. All it is there to help reduce that. So the back side, you can see it has a Rival logo there, the model RHG-10 training headgear, and then the back. So now this is something that some people like, some people don't. It doesn't use a lace-up closure system. It uses a kind of a tri-Velcro system, so you can actually take this piece out right here, and the center piece has this top Velcro. The center piece actually just comes completely off. So based on the size of your head, you can kind of customize, how far up you want this Velcro to go, and then when you put it on your head, you can customize that as far as how tight you want it. And I like how that, if you're looking at it from the side view right here, you can see that the headgear is tapered kind of upwards. So then it goes all the way to the nape of your neck, so you get a nice close, nice custom fit. The top uses a lace closure system, so you can use the top to tighten down as well. So everything is all leather construction, which I like. And then you have your chin strap right here. So you have your standard chin strap with the metal buckle and the leather loop to go through. So when you lock everything in, it's really comfortable. And the inside is this kind of a faux suede material, which tends to hold a lot more sweat, but I like it because it doesn't slip a lot. If you have the headgears that typically have the inside that has the same material as the outside, it gets kind of slippery, and when you get punched, the headgear kind of moves or shifts on your head, so you have to constantly adjust it. Whereas with this material, it tends to stay put pretty well. So as far as comfort goes, I like this headgear a lot. It's very comfortable. Once you get it form fitted to your head, you can really drop it down in there. And then adjust the back Velcro strap, adjust the top laces. The ears line up really nicely. I like the fact that the ear has this little side protection piece right here. It doesn't have the big ear padding that you would see on some other headgears with there's a big round piece of padding right there. But it does a nice job of protecting hook shots right here with this piece, so you don't get your eardrum buzzed. So it fits really nicely. Now as far as field of vision goes, it has a very good field of vision. You have the cheek protectors here, But you can see really nicely, and if you lift up just a little bit, you have a really good field of vision. You can see both oncoming shots, hooks, and uppercuts. So definitely better than a face saver. You will still have punches coming into your nose. I mean, it does a pretty decent job of protecting your nose coming in, but with any open face headgear, it's a trade-off. You're always going to have the possibility, especially if someone's punching you straight on, that the glove will make its way through the cheek protectors and into your nose. This basically just helps reduce that amount. So if you're looking for a headgear that you just don't want to get hit in the nose at all, then your best bet is to get a face saver. But then again, you're going to be trading it off for visibility. So that's the trade-off. You want full frontal protection, then you're going to lose some visibility. That's just part of the game. And so that's that. You have right here, you can put this leather strap through and put the Velcro through. Let me see. Get that in there real quick. Pushes through that, comes through here, and you can kind of loop it back over and under if you want to. It's not a big deal, you know, and then kind of have it like that. But very comfortable. I like how my head lines up with the ear holes. It doesn't feel that it's off. Some headgears you put it on and the ear holes are like too far forward or too far back because it's not a really good fit. With this one, it feels really comfortable. The chin strap is on a good location. It's right below the chin, so it's not too far back where it hits your Adam's apple. So you can see that right there. It's in a good location. The padding feels good. It doesn't have any pinching or pressure points. The cheek protectors are nice, lined up with my nose. I have great field of vision, and I feel like I'm overall very well protected. You take some good shots with this, and it doesn't slip around too much. I have an older video of this Untitled headgear that I was using, this full face headgear, and that one would move quite a bit because again the inside liner was the same leather material as the outside, so if I would take a shot, this whole thing would just shift over and then I would have to constantly move it around. So definitely a very nice headgear. I believe this headgear goes for, I want to say $120 or $130, I'm not too sure. I got mine in a size large. As you can see here, I believe they make a large, medium, and small. I might be wrong about that, but you can choose your size. I wear fitted cap size 7 3/4, so I have a kind of a big head. Anywhere from like 7 5/8 to 7 3/4, so I got a large, and it fits perfectly. If I went with something smaller, it would probably really hurt my head because it'd be too tight. Or when you put it on, it doesn't kind of create a nice little surrounding on your head. It might be a little too pushed open because your head's too big, so it forces the actual headgear to be too wide open, whereas if you get the proper size, everything is where it needs to be. So very nice headgear, very protective, very comfortable. I would compare these, probably to the winning headgear, the open face winning headgear. As far as comfort, protection is very similar to that. A lot of people just don't like the look of the Rivals just because it has kind of a little bit of an alien, kind of a high-tech look to it rather than that classic Japanese style headgear, but still offers great protection for a fraction of the cost that you would get from a winning headgear. It offers great visibility, great frontal protection, and it's comfortable and easy to use, easy to put on. So very nice headgear. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out.